What is up YouTube, and welcome back to another Chaos Zero Nightmare video. And today we are going to be talking about which character you should choose from the 300 summon selector. So if you guys didn't know, at 300 summons you will be able to choose from this list of 5-star characters. It's basically every single 5-star besides Haru because she was the first banner. Whether she'll get added in after her banner ends, we don't know. But what we do know is Haru will be added into the normal pool, so there is a chance, but we're not too sure yet, there's no news on it. But essentially how you build up to this pity, right, is going to be by summoning on this red banner here. The other banners will not count towards it, so you want to make sure that you're summoning on this to get to that 300 as soon as you can, because you can choose a 5-star to add to your roster. Now keep in mind, this is my own opinion, it is going to be catered towards the release of Season 1 with the content that's coming out. If there is a character that you like though because of their design or their playstyle, watching other content creators or streamers play them, such as Renoa, who is a very fun character who I actually really like playing even though she's not ranked that high on tier lists, then you should definitely go for your waifu or the character that you want to use. Now the way it'll work is you'll be able to choose from the selection of characters on the left here. Whether Haru gets added, like I said, we don't know for sure, so I'll just assume that she's not included for now. But in the case that she is, I will say Haru is always going to be a good pick. She's really strong. But in terms of the other characters, we're going to talk about the top 3 that I recommend, with like 1 or 2 honorable mentions that I think are very solid as well. Now, you have to keep in mind, with the new content coming out, we do have some late game bosses in these stages, or the areas of content that they're releasing. And for the most part, it looks to be mostly single target. So you can see this boss here, it's going to be an endless boss where you're going for as many points as possible on a leaderboard. And it's going to be so that you want to bring a ton of single target. Even in the showcase, they ended up showing them using Haru, Mei Lin, and also another single target DPS in like Selena and stuff like that. So looks like single target is going to be the key. There also is another endgame content which will feature some bosses from the Chaos Worlds. You can see here there's the Blue Pot boss here, which is going to have some AoE, so AoE is not the worst thing for this area. But also there's going to be some bosses with strict single target for the most part as well. And honestly, even for the Blue Pot boss, you want to kill the boss as soon as you can. It's like the easiest way to do it. So for the most part, you're going to see with this season release that single target seems to be the best pick. So it's kind of obvious what I'll say you want to go for, but I will mention some other characters as honorable mentions because I think they can be really good depending on how the new content works out. The first one I want to talk about is Kayron. So even though Kayron is mostly for AoE damage, Kayron might be an okay choice. I'm not too sure on this one because he has endless scaling on his black hole. And if you epiphany it, you can actually see that he can do even more damage per exhausted futility. So in long fights, he is very powerful. So for that reason, I do think he will be an okay choice. Whether he'll be the safest choice for it, probably not, but I feel like he's still an okay, option if you want to go for him. The other honorable mention I want to talk about is Orlia. And honestly, Orlia might just be one of the best picks because she's really good because she's extremely powerful with her retain cards, and in longer fights, she's absolutely amazing with her buffs. I think this type of character can also be absolutely amazing because she also technically has endless scaling. So Orlia is also going to be an extremely good support, and I think she's pretty underrated, and with the new content coming out, she definitely is going to shoot up in a lot of tier lists. Now, in terms of the best choices, in my opinion, like I said, because Season 1 is coming, I do want to focus on the content that is being released because I think that's just the best way to prepare, just picking characters that will be good for this season for 9 weeks, obviously. So there's going to be basically 2 categories. If you're looking to push Chaos very hard and get the best decks possible and just have the best character to carry your, characters through it, then you really want Calipe. Calipe is going to be one of the best, if not the best characters for Chaos pushing. She has a ton of shielding, so she gives you a lot of sustain. She also has insane AoE damage, and the fact that she does a lot of AoE damage also means she can do decent single target as well. So she's really powerful. You can slaughter with Mika and then literally carry any third unit that you want, and you'll see that you can just win most worlds, even at difficulty 10, and most likely into the new season as well. Calipe is absolutely amazing. She's going to be a top tier pick no matter what. Even after nerfs from beta, she's just super OP. Now, in terms of the DPSs, the 2 other characters that I recommend, it is going to be Mei Lin and also Veronica here. So the reason why these characters are so good is because, one, if you pair them together, they're absolutely amazing. But even if you don't pair them together, they synergize very well with other characters. For example, Mei Lin you can pair with Selena, and she has probably the highest single target damage potential in the game because she hits super hard. You just basically have to copy her unity of attack and defense, and she just does a ton of damage, right? You just cycle withdrawals over and over, and she hits super hard. She's going to be one of the best picks, if not the best pick for the new content in my opinion, because of her single target damage. So she's definitely a safe pick because honestly this character is super overtuned damage wise, and it's actually crazy. She's absolutely amazing. You can even see that her ego skill is super busted because it just makes your single target attacks hit even more. So Mei Lin is a top pick as well. In terms of Veronica, the reason why Veronica is so good is because she also does a ton of single target. The way she does it is with her ballistas. She uses this firing preparation, and you'll see that at the end of every turn, or I guess the start of every turn, you'll create these ballistas, and the ballistas will attack at the end of turn, right? So you'll use these automatically without using AP. This makes her a really AP friendly DPS, and the best part about her is you can slot her in with pretty much every single team. That is why she's so good. No matter what characters you have, you can slot her in, and she is good with literally every character actually. So because of that, she's a top tier pick, and I think she is going to be absolutely amazing. Her damage is also insane as well. Not as high as Mei Lin's because Mei Lin is like a dedicated damage dealer, but still very high. And if you pair them together, well, you are going to probably score super high on the bosses, and they work very well in Chaos, they work very well in farming, they work very well in Basin, so extremely powerful 2 DPS characters. Now, that's not to say the other DPSs are bad. I know some of you guys, like main Renoa, like I do actually, or like main Rin because she's waifu, right? And you're probably thinking, what is this guy saying? These characters are good as well. Yes, they're very good, but you have to realize the maximum potential damage-wise is like not as high as Mei Lin and Veronica, I'd say. Even though they do have very high potential, if you want to match like the damage of Mei Lin, you either need like an extremely powerful deck. For example, with Rin, you just need to keep running Chaos until you can remove the attack skills from the supports you bring with her to make her work very well. Or with something like Renoa, you really rely on getting, a lot of copies of Flower of Devoured Fate, even Echo of Sorrow, and you really want this last-ditch effort to also get upgraded, I can't show you, but to do even more damage. There's a really strong epiphany for it as well. So there's a lot more nuances. Hugo, also very solid DPS. The thing is, his damage is very flatline, so it doesn't really scale up at all. You're just doing similar damage over and over. So, I think in terms of these characters, still very good options, but I do personally think the best options for the new endgame content is going to be Mei Lin and Veronica for DPSs, and then for pushing the season Chaos mode, it's going to be Calipe. So, yeah. The other characters I didn't mention, I think, were like Magna. She's decent. The thing is, Magna is mostly a Chaos character. Her damage isn't that high, but she just synergizes very well with Calipe. And Luke, of course, his damage is just a little undertuned. I really wished he got buffed. So you can kind of see I did talk about every single character. Every single character is good in this game. I know everyone says it and it sounds very cliche, but it's true because you can build your deck. And honestly, you can take it with a grain of salt, what I've said, because we don't know what the new decks and the new epiphanies and stuff like that are coming out. So it might make like a character like Luke just turn really strong. So this is just what I recommend from my experience playing the game and watching other people play, and also looking at the content that is to come. So just let me know in the comments down below what character you are going to choose, and if you already chose your character, also let me know in the comments down below what you ended up going for. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.